and welcome to Pegasus Academy. We are back again with another informative learning session for you. And today we're going to make the number system really fun and interesting for you. We love maths, don't we? Well, even if you don't, today you might head towards changing your opinion because today with us we have a very qualified professional mathematics trainer, Varalika Munot with us. Welcome, Varalika.
Thank you,
How are you
Tanu.
feeling today?
I'm feeling good.
Great. So, for those of you who do not know, Varalika has a double master's degree both in technology and business administration from the Cardiff University, London. She has a uniqueness that she can make even the most complex mathematical problems really simple for you, as her focus remains on building your logics and on clarifying concepts. She has even taken classes for CAT students and helped them qualify the exam through her unique tips and tricks. So you might want to really enjoy this session with us today because she's going to make number system, the topic of mathematics, really simple for you. So let's get started. Over to you, Varalika.
Okay, thank you, Tanu. Yeah. Let's start with the maths. Today we are going to see how number system can be easy and interesting for you. So we have Tisya Mahajan, right? Am I pronouncing your name correct?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, Tisya. How are you?
I'm all good. How are you, ma'am?
I'm also fine. So yeah, you have gone in class standard 9?
Yes.
Okay. And which school are you from?
I'm from the Orbis school.
Okay, Tisya. So have your classes started?
Yes, they just started today.
Okay. So are you enjoying online classes?
They're as good for now. I'm like trying to buck up with the technology.
Okay. So class 8 also you might be having online classes, right?
Yes, so we had lots new, we had taught through technology, so it was very interesting.
Okay, nice to hear that. So do you like online classes?
Yes, now as I'm used to it, I like it.
You might be missing going to school, right?
Truly, yes, I miss a lot.
Okay. So do you have any idea about what is number system and anything about that? Any clue?
Like number system contains of 3 to 4 main things like whole numbers, natural numbers, and rational numbers and integers.
Right. So like rational numbers, basically in this chapter that is there, you are from CBSE board, right?
Yes.
So CBSE board, the first chapter is number system. So in that number system, they are basically concentrating on rational numbers and irrational numbers. So we'll see what are rational numbers and irrational numbers today, okay?
Yes.
Okay, let's start with that. So what are natural numbers, Tisya?
Natural numbers are the numbers which do not count with 0. So any number which is not 0 is a natural number.
Natural numbers. So basically natural number starts from
1 to
infinity. Very good. Nice to hear that. And what about whole numbers?
Whole numbers start from 0 and conclude natural numbers including 0.
Correct. And what are integers, Tisya?
Integers are numbers like positive and negative numbers.
And as well as one number you are missing in that.
0, which is not neither positive nor negative.
Non-negative. Correct. Very nice. Super. So next topic is we have rational and irrational numbers. So next topic is rational and irrational numbers. Okay. So what are rational numbers? Any idea, Tisya?
As much as I know, rational numbers are like fractions, numbers which are there in terms of fractions. Not correct, but Q upon P, something like that.
Okay, so is 2 upon 0 a rational number, Tisya?
No.
Why?
Because anything upon 0 will equal to 2 and nothing is upon 0. That's the reason why.
Good, very nice. So what is about 0 upon 2? Will it be a rational number, Tisya?
No, because like 0 upon 2 is like no parts of 0. So there is no scope of fraction over here. If they do 1 upon 2 or 2 upon 2,
But
that
0.2 is also a fraction, right? Why isn't it a fraction?
but that will not make any sense because they're just telling that they like if it's there a cake with 2 pieces and none of them everyone has eaten 0 upon 2, which means none of the pieces. So like it is equal to nothing.
Right. So, but why isn't a rational number? Why isn't 0 by 2 a rational number? I've written it in P by Q form, right? That number in the form of P by Q, where Q should not be equal to 0. Okay, P can be 0, but Q should not be equal to 0, because if the 0 comes in the denominator, any number divided by 0 tends to be
0 or the number itself.
Oh, so 2 divided by 0 will be what, Tisya? Will it be 0?
2, the number itself.
Oh, any number divided by 0 is undefined. We cannot define it. Okay, there is no solution to it. Okay, that is why 2 by 0. So the denominator should not have a 0. Okay,
Yes.
Fine. So next two types of numbers are rational numbers and irrational numbers basically. So what are rational numbers? Rational numbers are nothing but the number that can be written in P by Q form where Q is not equal to
0.
Right. So is 2 a rational number, Tisya?
Yes, if you do, because 2 is also equal to 2 by 1, which becomes a rational.
Very nice. So if I give you one example, like 1 upon 2, right? So is it a rational number?
Yes.
Okay, so now let's come to what is the difference between rational numbers and irrational numbers. Do you have any idea about what is the difference between rational numbers and irrational numbers?
Like irrational numbers is a new topic, but I think it is something which is not a rational number. So a number, it becomes like irrational or when it is not a rational number.
So how will you define that? How will I come to know that it is not a rational number? Okay, so I'll explain you that. I'm here for that only. Okay, so let's do that. So have you understood what are rational numbers, Tisya?
Yes.
Should I ask you some questions based on that?
Yes.
Okay. Every whole number is a natural number. Is it true or false?
No, because 0 contains in whole numbers and that's not a natural.
Correct. Every integer is a rational number?
No.
You confident about your answer?
I think that rational numbers, I think I should change my answer because rational numbers contain negative and positive numbers with 0 not in the denominator, so they become rational.
Yeah, so every integer is a
rational.
Yes. And is every rational number an integer?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, because like every rational number contains like either the positive or a negative number.
But rational numbers come in decimals?
No.
Rational numbers are never decimals? Anything
no,
in fraction?
0.5 upon 1 or something like that.
Yeah, so 0.5 is right. You are giving me an example of 0.5, right?
Yes.
So 0.5 is a rational number, correct?
No, it's just a number actually, like a whole number or a number.
0.5 is not a rational number?
No, because like in 0.5,
okay.
you
Can
don't
we
have...
write? So do you think like that? What was the definition of rational number, Tisya? How can we write? What was rational number basically? We can define rational number as it can be written in the form of
fraction.
Yeah, so can you write 0.5 in the terms of fraction? How can you write 0.5 in terms of fraction? Yeah.
Yes, 0.5 can be written as fraction.
How can you write it? What will be 0.5 in fractions?
0.5 will become 5 upon 10.
So is it a rational number?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So I think you learned a new thing today. So in rational numbers, decimals are also included. Okay. So what were we talking? That is every rational number an integer? We were on that question. So now tell me,
Yes.
is every rational number an integer?
Yes.
Yes. Think once more.
Because rational numbers contain all type of numbers.
Yeah,
So
but do
and
integers contain all types of numbers?
no, like not every rational number is an integer,
That's
but
what I'm
because like
asking. Is every rational number an integer?
no.
No. So basically, that's what I aim at, that you yourself find your answer. Okay. I am not here to tell, I won't tell you the answer. You yourself find the answers. I'll give you clues and you have to find the answers. Okay. Now have you understood?
Yes.
Now will you be able to do all the questions based on rational numbers and identify what are rational numbers and irrational numbers?
Not irrational, but rational.
Rational numbers. Good. I like your confidence. Yeah. So can we find 5 rational numbers between 1 and 2?
Yes, if we multiply the if we keep 1 as 1 upon 1 and 2 as 2 upon 1, and we
Correct.
multiply them by 10 or 100, and then we can find the rational numbers between.
Yeah. So how many rational numbers can be there between any 2 numbers?
There can be as many rational numbers as possible.
Correct. There can be infinite numbers, right?
Yes.
Coming over to irrational numbers. So any number S is called an irrational number if you cannot write it in the form of P by Q. Okay.
So like, but every number can be written in the form of P by Q. So irrational numbers only become the numbers. So like there are, if Q is equal to 0, then that will become an irrational number, right?
No, then here also in irrational number also, if it should not be, we cannot write it in the form of P by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q is not equal to 0. So the number, like, I'll give you an example, then you'll be able to understand better. So example is root 2. Can you write root 2 in the form of P by Q?
No.
It root 5. Root 5. Can you write it in the form of P by Q, where Q is not equal to 0? No. 7 upon 8. So can you please divide it for me? I have written it for you. What time will I take? How many times will this go, Tisya?
This can't be divided. I mean, you can divide this. You put a 0 point.
Correct.
And then you make it 70.
Correct.
And then it will become 8. 8s are 64. So 0 0.8. And then it will become, the remainder will come as 6. Then you need to put a 0 again to it. And then you will divide it by 7. 8s are 56. So it will become a 7. Then this will again come into 4. So this is like a non-terminating number.
Why?
That's because it
try further. Maybe it has an end. From 2 digits, you cannot estimate that it won't end. Okay.
So from 4,
40,
you can add a 0, 40, and then yes, 5s are 40.
Got it?
Yes.
So is this an irrational or a rational number?
It's a rational number.
Why it is a rational number?
That's because it is in a fractional form. It contains integers. The Q is not equal to 0.
Correct.
And it is a terminating number because it has an end.
So here we have like this number system. Okay. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. First is whole number, that is represented by W. Then we have natural numbers represented by N. Then we have integers represented by
I.
Then we have
Rational numbers.
rational numbers, and then we have
Irrational numbers.
okay.
Yes.
So I'll give you an example now. You help me out how to solve these questions. Okay, 10 by 3. What is it? Is it a rational number or is it an irrational number?
It is a rational non-terminating number.
Rational, non-terminating?
Number.
Are you confirm about that?
Yes, because it is in a fractional form and q is not equal to 0, so it is a rational number, and that's because this number doesn't have an end. It is a non-terminating number.
Very good.
Okay, so I think we've covered rational and irrational numbers. So I just have one question to ask.
Yeah, sure, no
Tisya.
problem. Yes.
Let's see if she has actually understood or not, and whether she gets a pat on her back or not. Right. So my question is first to Tisya, and then Varalika will decide whether the answer is correct or not. So my doubt is, Tisya, what is this?
A circle.
A circle, correct. So the area of a circle, do you know what the formula is?
I'm not. Yeah, the area of the circle is like. I'm not sure about the formula.
All right. Okay. So the formula of a circle is pi r
Square.
Right? And this pi, if you have ever heard of this term, pi is an already calculated number which is used for calculating the area of a circle. Okay. R is the radius of the circle. All right.
Yes.
I'm just going to share the value of pi. Pi is a common term which is used for the value 22 by 7. Right. Absolutely. Or we also have a calculated value, something like this.
3.14.
Yeah, and it keeps on going.
Correct.
So my question to you is whether pi is a rational number or an irrational number?
Pi is an irrational number.
All right, so I'm gonna give it to your teacher today to decide whether your answer is correct or not.
Her answer is correct. Your answer is absolutely
And
correct.
it is also a non-terminating number.
Hey kids, are you confused with this answer? The value of pi is 22 by 7, which makes it rational, and also 3.141592 and so on till infinity, without any repeating pattern after the decimal point, which makes it irrational. What is this confusion? Well, the answer of Tisya is correct. But how exactly? What is the mystery of pi? If you know the answer already, write it down in the comment section. If not, find out this interesting fact about pi, which you will often use in mathematical calculations in our next video. Keep your friends wondering about the answer while you already know it. Stay tuned.